Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how volunteering in data visualizations opens career opportunities. Um, my name is Victor Muñoz. I am an information designer. I'm a freelancer, also Peace for Social Good ambassador, Tableau Public ambassador. I am a digital nomad. I have been traveling around the Balkans for the past year. And the projects that I'm interested about are those with subjects about social impact, security and privacy, and also personal well-being. So this presentation covers my participation in Biz for Social Good, how has Biz for Social Good contributed to my career, and also some tips for aspiring volunteers and ambassadors of Biz for Social Good. So I just want to talk a little bit about my journey. It just started in January of 2023. So I was working as an information security analyst in a financial bank back in my country, Colombia. And then I started traveling abroad, trying to find a new career to fulfill myself. In May of 2023, I found Tableau Public after discussing with the different people about the data visualization and how it will help me to develop my new career. And after that, maybe in August, I found Peace for Social Good when I started making my first project. As you can see here, for the past 2 years, I have participated in different initiatives with different companies. In December of 2023, I become an Peace for Social Good ambassador. And in December of 2000, in 2024, alongside the different projects, I have been also participating in different events to speak about Peace for Social Good and my journey with Peace for Social Good. Some of them, for example, in Tableau user groups, also in some conference like IEEE Peace 2024, and speaking in London, it was the Data Found event of Tableau. So why did I join Beast for Social Good? Because I wanted to make a difference. That was the decision that I was pursuing after I left my previous job. And I knew that with Beast for Social Good, we are going to have a social impact. But I just not find that. I also find another characteristics about Beast for Social Good. I have passion, community, and also the global reach. This for Social Good is driven by 100% volunteers. It has a very big community of supporters and participants around the world, and also because it brings non-profits from different parts of the world. And you can have different opportunities. For example, in 2024, we have all of these non-profits we have the opportunity to participate with them. So a little bit of my journey with this for social good. First, this was my first project where we were trying to visualize the quality of the voluntary national reviews. This collaboration was with CPI. CPI is a think tank based in Latin America, and they are trying to help the Latin American countries to showcase their progress to the UN's about the Sustainability Development Goals. So one of the things that I have to say about this project is that the visualization is created with the support of the community. As you can see here, I have an initial design, but after just reviewing the design with the nonprofit and also with some of the volunteers, you can enhance and produce a better visualization for the collaboration. At the end of this project, the company contacted me. We make a few changes and then they publish it in their webpage. Then I have this physicalization data for a better world. That's another thing that I like about Visual Social Good is doesn't have just a specific platform. You can use any the platform that you or tool data visualization tool that you prefer. But for this project, one of the things is that we were going to use physical objects to showcase environmental impact. For this project, I took inspirations in the different colors of the leaves during the fall season. And as you can see here, I create a heat map using the leaves of different colors to showcase the global temperature. So after this project, one of the directors of Peace for Social Good encouraged me to present all the process about building this visualization into the Nightingale. Nightingale is the journal of the Data Visualization Society, and now you can also find all the process of it, publish it in the Nightingale. Another example is exploring the key challenges of the deaf communities in Nigeria. This was a collaboration with the Global Deaf Research Institute. And another point about Peace for Social Good is that you don't have to be an expert in a subject to just participate. So before this project, I never had the opportunity to work with survey data. And the data that we had for this was about survey data. So in this one, I was just learning how to analyze survey data, how to visualize survey data, and not just that, we also received feedback from Stig Wexler. He is a very well recognized person in data visualization about how to analyze survey data, and it was very nice just to see how everybody were learning about it, and he was also providing feedback during this process. So one of the questions and something that you haven't seen in this presentation until now is, can you just lead from volunteering? I mean, because I have been talking about my different experience with Biz for Social Good, but I haven't talked about what else I'm doing to sustain my life, right? So one of the things that I had been trying to um, see for the past year is trying to find this balance between volunteering and supporting myself. So normally you will find that people that are working or have a normal job, they are going to start providing some pro bono services to help vulnerable communities or something like that. But in my case, I wanted to continue to start in the other way. I wanted to start from the volunteering and trying to see if I can make a career from that. So yeah, not too much volunteering because we also need to sustain ourselves and also try to find some paid work. So I want to give you some um, examples of how has Biz for Social Good contributed to my career. So one of this is that this research could help me to build my CV and also my portfolio. So this is not um, a recommendation of how you have to be to use your CV. This is not following the Harvard template of CVs. This is just a template that have helped me to present to different companies. As I was saying, I was working in information security as an information security analyst. But with this, all the contributions that I was doing in Biz for Social Good, I started documenting them, as I was saying, or just sending to the Nightingale or my webpage and also in GitHub. And I also started adding them as a volunteer work in my CV. And another thing is that in my portfolio, I was combining all the contributions that I was doing for Biz for Social Good and the personal projects that I was doing. So the second example is that I was gaining visibility through presentations in the data visualization community. As you know, in Biz for Social Good, at the end of each project, so some people are selected to start presenting the projects. Last year in 2023, I was selected in two opportunities, and I think that give me start building the confidence to talk about my projects and also to present it not just to volunteers, to the clients that they were the nonprofits. And this confidence helped me to go there and start asking for more opportunities outside of Biz for Social Good. As I was saying, I like Tableau. Tableau has a broad community and they also have Tableau user groups around the world. I started asking for some of these groups to present, and so I went to the Florida user group, the Athens user group, and recently they have an in-person presentation, in-person conference in London called the Data Fam Europe. And I also pitched the idea to showcase all of this process of the journey of Peace for Social Good. And they also accept me and I present there. Another opportunity in Biz for Social Good is that you are connecting and collaborating with different peers. So you also have the opportunity to find a mentor or well, as he liked me to refer to him more as a accountability partner. I found Kevin Ford. For 1 year, we have been doing follow-up sessions where we discuss about current projects, data visualization, and also some topics in freelancing. And this year, in 2024, we made a collaboration for one of the projects of Biz for Social Good. As you can see here, this was the final visualization. And after that, we documented all the process and submitted to the BIS 2024. This is a conference of the IEEE. They accept us, and it was very interesting because you know that we have the private sector, nonprofits, and also we have like the academia. And it was very interesting to share all the things that we were doing in BIS for Social Good with this community. Um, Finally, another opportunity is that normally I don't have too much confidence in the Slack groups to find jobs, but this was an exception. So in the Slack channel that we have about Peace for Social Good, there was a post about data engineer role for a company that's called Data Impacta. I approach the person in charge and I get the job with presenting the portfolio, all the documentation that I have done about this for social good. So right now I am working part-time as a data engineer for this company, and one of the projects that we have is about the monitoring of meteorological variables in the Okavango Delta. So the Okavango Delta is this big green area in Africa that they are trying to preserve, and we are in charge of the ETL process from the moment that the sensor sends information until we present all the different variables to the end user. So you can see you can build a career in social impact. I know that the mission of Peace for Social Good is help other nonprofits to showcase their impact, but you can have so many things around this mission. And I think the only limit is how far you're willing to go with the work that you're doing in Peace for Social Good. So you can build your portfolio, you can gain visibility, you also can find some mentors, some mentees, if it is your case, and also get some job opportunities. And I want to finish with some tips for experienced volunteers and ambassadors. So first is focus on the cause. Remember that Peace for Social Good, the core of us is to help the nonprofit. This is not a competition. We are trying to understand the prevalence of the nonprofit, how to help them to showcase their social impact to the world. And I think that this is the most important part of Peace for Social Good. The rest of it is just something that will aggregate, but let's just focus on the cause. The second one is about sharing your work. So some of you will be intimidated about the different data visualizations that we see in the discussion in the Slack channel. One of the things that I say to some people is don't be afraid of sharing your work. For me, Biz for Social Good is more about the space also of sharing perspective, sharing another point of view, that it will be very good for the nonprofit to hear about it, to listen about it, because they are going to see the problem that they're facing in another different way, and that's going to help them to take action. So don't be afraid of sharing your voice. They will really appreciate it. Maybe there is a question that nobody has said to them, so they will be very grateful with you because they are going to improve themselves for the next time. And finally, be kind. So one of the things that I have been also learning with my travels is that we all have different backgrounds. We come from different cultures. We have different levels in data visualization. Maybe the color of your favorite soccer team means something to you, but it means something very different to other culture. So people have their own backgrounds, and the decisions that they're taking for the design, for the storytelling, is based on everything that they have learned until this moment. So when we are trying in VFSG trying to do is trying also to build this community. So be kind with the people that you're trying to help, that you're trying to collaborate. We are trying to do our best, and we are here as a volunteer. So as an example, for one of the latest projects that we have, I just wanted to show you here like the diversity of people that you can find, people from all about around the world, also with different occupations, using totally different tools, and also have different levels of expertise using data visualization. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you as a volunteer or as an ambassador. Bye.